Oh, I thought we did it in with the last episode with the Tag Heuer smartwatch, but no, we're going even bigger and better this time. Inside this box is an entry into a line of smart wearables that I really wanted to go into since I experienced my first one early in 2024. Yes, they are smart/AR glasses. You know, the ones with screens in them, not the ones with cameras on the frame. Let's get it unboxed and tested. But before we continue with the video, let's keep the lights on here in the studio. This video was brought to you by Sneak Attack Design Lab. They're a clothing company that specializes in technical fashion, more commonly known as techwear, and you can see me in their clothes in most of my videos. I've been supporting their brand ever since I met them back in 2019, and now they're returning the favor. Head on over to the link in the description to get 10% off of your order from their site. Check their clothes out. You're bound to see something badass over there that'll look great on you. Thank you very much to Sneak Attack for this exclusive promo for my viewers. Now, back to the video. So this is the ASUS Airvision M1. They are a pair of smart glasses that can connect to your devices and act as a display. Do note that they're not actually AR or augmented reality glasses. They have similar features, but these are just displays and can't actually overlay digital things in your field of view. As we can see, it comes in a classy white box with nice print at the top and not much else. Taking the top off, we can see the carry case inset into a cardboard mold to protect it from bumps during shipping. Opening it up reveals the Airvision M1 glasses inside, as well as a cleaning cloth and the USB-C to USB-C cable to connect it to your device. Yes, this is a wired-only display. It doesn't have any batteries or any onboard processing for it to run wireless. Let's put the glasses aside for now and let's check the accessories. Under the cardboard mold, we find a box with the warranty and quick start guide inside. And underneath that, we get the extra nose pads, the attachment for prescription lenses for if you want to use these glasses but also need corrective lenses for your sight, and of course the light shield, a magnetic snap-on frame with darkened lenses so you won't be distracted by what you see past the display. Alright, that's everything in the box. Let's get to the glasses for the product tour. Before moving on to the product tour, I would just like to remind you that if you're liking the video so far, please consider subscribing. Less than 1% of the people watching my videos are subscribed to the channel. Subscribing is free and greatly helps me in continuously creating content for this channel, and of course, is always greatly appreciated. Alright, let's head on over to the product tour. So these are the ASUS Airvision M1. They look pretty damn cool. As we can see, they look like regular glasses or shades, just thickened up everywhere. Thick frame, thick sides, thick lenses on each eye. Starting off at the front, we have a black frame that's reminiscent of modern designs of shades. If not for all the tech making it thick, these could pass for designer specs. We have a silver insert at each end, which double as magnets for the light shield accessory. It's pretty convenient. Moving on to the top, we get a basic IR sensor here in the middle. This is the ambient light sensor, which allows the Airvision M1 to adjust the brightness of its projections on the fly. Right beside it are two holes for the noise-canceling microphones. The right side ear hook is bare apart from the ASUS Airvision branding and the little slit here at the underside for the speakers. The left side is mostly the same, but it drops the branding for a multi-touch strip for controlling the glasses. This is also where we can see the USB-C port for plugging in the USB-C data and display cable. Alright, the business end. At the inside of the glasses, we see that the frame at the top is super thick to accommodate the displays and the other tech inside. Connected to it are two lenses, which are incredibly thick as well, and feature a concave shape to be able to project the display properly into your eyes. Do note that there is no interpupillary distance adjustment nor any depth, height, and yaw adjustment. Right in the middle, we see the replaceable nose pads. Just pull on them to release and you can replace them with the other ones. The metal on these are pretty pliable too, so you can freely bend them to best fit your comfort. Lastly, we have another IR sensor here at the middle. This is a proximity sensor which will activate the displays if you're wearing the glasses and turn them off once you take the glasses off. It's pretty ingenious and it prevents the device from heating up when you're not using it. Alright, that's everything on the ASUS Airvision M1. Let's get them plugged in. So I currently have the ASUS Airvision M1 plugged into my ROG Ally, and I've got the ASUS Airvision app running. I've also rigged up a contraption so I can somewhat demonstrate how it looks using it. Do note that the live video that you're seeing now is not an accurate representation of how it really feels to look through these glasses. It looks like an actual display in front of you. But this is the best that I can do with a non-stereoscopic camera. And yes, as you can see, the display does not take up the entirety of your vision. You can see the display disappear into the empty borders at the sides once you reach the edge of the virtual display. But before we head into the app, let's check the gesture controls for the glasses. A one-finger tap on the control pad centers the virtual screen. So if you want to lock the screen at a particular place, look at that area and do a one-finger tap on the control pad. Switch viewing modes with a one-finger double tap. This will remove position locking and the display will just follow your view. Brightness can be adjusted via one-finger swipe, forwards to make it brighter and backwards to make it dimmer. And finally, a two-finger long press will activate 3D mode. Do note that this will only work when you have a full-screen application that supports side-by-side 3D. So if you have a video or a program that you want to use in 3D like this one, these glasses will allow you to enjoy them in their full 3D glory. Alright, those are all the gestures. Let's check out the software for it. Once the Airvision app is fired up, a little control button is going to show up on your desktop. Press it once to reveal the options. First tab we have is Device Info, where we can see the model name, serial number, firmware version, and the option to update the firmware. Next tab we have our display modes. By default, we have working mode, which is meant to augment your working experience by giving you additional digital screens to work with. As we can see, there are two additional screens to the left and right of the main screen, and there is a toggle here to show the main screen on the glasses as well. If this is toggled on, we can see a mirror display of the main screen on the glasses, and once we toggle it off, we're going to see only the additional screens in the glasses. It's pretty useful. Next up, we have gaming mode, which is my favorite mode so far. It allows you to project a single display and you can even control the aspect ratio of that display. We have three choices here: a standard 16:9 1366x768 resolution, an ultra-wide 32:9 and 2732x768 resolution, and a super ultra-wide of 48:9 in a 4096x768 resolution. These are pretty baller resolutions, and it's kind of crazy to be able to have these options on the glasses, but yeah, it's super fun. Next option we have is Infinity Mode, which will project a huge as hell horizon screen in front of you, similar to a cinema viewing experience. I mean, you're not going to be able to see the entire screen all at once, so you kind of have to move your head to see all of it. But it's a 16:9 aspect ratio, 4096x2160 resolution true 4K virtual screen. So you can be assured that the content that you're going to be watching on it will be resolved super clearly. I mean, damn, this is amazing as all get out. And lastly, we have the custom modes, which unlocks the addition of multiple displays and sizes so you can configure your screen layout to your heart's content. This is the best part of the glasses for me. It makes it feel like the working, gaming, and infinity mode are just demos of what the glasses can do, and you're meant to use the custom mode to really take advantage of the capabilities of the Airvision M1. Next tab we have is the display settings. We have here the splendid modes, a motion sync toggle that reduces picture delay but introduces flickering and some motion blur to the image, and I suggest you just leave that on. And we have the brightness slider. Then we have the distance settings, where you can just configure the distance of the virtual screen and also the virtual interpupillary distance of the virtual screen projections. I find that this slider is the most important part of these glasses, as these will allow you to see the image clearer. But I do have a suggestion for ASUS for like future firmware updates that you should be able to control these solo per eye. Then we just have some extra settings for the gesture and hotkeys, the tutorials, the app preference, and the button to turn off the Airvision app and disconnect the glasses. See, unlike most USB devices now that you can just pop out of their sockets once you're done using them, I suggest using this button when ending your session with the glasses, as these act as displays, and I've experienced some display or rendering glitches on my devices when I just yanked them out willy-nilly after using them. Alright, that's everything about the glasses. It's time for testing. Let's go play some games and watch some content on it. Alright, I'm going to do 3 segments on this. How is it for gaming, how is it for watching content, and how it sounds. Yes, pardon my lack of any significant B-roll of me using it, as it doesn't really make much sense showing me wearing these while you can't see what I see. So please settle for these videos of me capturing what it kind of feels using the ASUS Airvision M1. You know, like an approximation of seeing through the glasses. First off, how is it for gaming? Well, it's pretty damn fun. I was able to use these for a little over 3 weeks, and let me tell you, the experience is nothing short of sweet fun. I used these to play silently while my wife and daughter are sleeping in the same room, and I've used these to basically enhance my driving experience in-game. There is a kind of limitation to this though, as the Airvision M1 can only go up to a 72Hz refresh rate. But I found that since I'm mostly playing on the ROG Ally, it didn't really have the power to overshoot that frame rate by a lot. Do remember that when using this with the OG ROG Ally, it occupies the only USB-C slot on the device, so I'm not able to use the Ally plugged into power, preventing me to run it at max power. I can't also break the ROG Ally out to a USB-C dongle and just connect the HDMI out of that to the glasses via an HDMI to USB-C cable, because the ASUS Airvision M1 actually requires both the display and data connection. Watching content is equally impressive on the Airvision M1. Well, predictably so. This is where the working mode and the infinity mode shines, as it allows me to not only have a cinema-style experience, but it also allows me to watch 3D videos. I don't have a lot of them, but what I do have is the original Guardians of the Galaxy in side-by-side 3D, and it's a damn treat to watch. The glasses can resolve fine details easily and go up to ridiculous brightness levels that I mostly kept mine at the middle point just to not strain my eyes too much. But there is one limiting factor to this experience, which is how it sounds. Look, I get that ASUS can't put large speakers on here because of the size limitation. But yeah, these do not sound great at all. In fact, here's a little demo of the sound quality against my other non-display smart glasses, the Razer Anzu. Yeah, the Anzu sounds comparatively fuller with a more pronounced mid-range compared to the moderately and awkwardly sibilant speakers on the Airvision M1. My official suggestion is to use this with earbuds. Those sound better than both the Anzu and M1 anyways. So, what do we think about the ASUS Airvision M1? Coming in at around $700 or 40,000 Philippine pesos, this is definitely a niche investment for tech heads. Look, I know that there are AR headsets and glasses that are cheaper than this, and I wouldn't fault you for going for those, but these are the first smart glasses that I've seen with this depth of customization for the user experience, that it quickly justifies that price tag. I've seen some smart glasses that excel in gaming, but suck for productivity. And I've seen AR headsets that are a boon for working, but offer very little gaming features. The ASUS Airvision M1 offers a great, flexible, and accessible middle ground that will allow you to improve and expand on your experience on both sides, without trading too much in the way of features or creature comforts. But I would caution you to understand really well if you need this before getting it. So that's the ASUS Airvision M1. Do you have any questions about it? Leave them down in a comment and I'll do my best to answer them. While you're there, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. That's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.